Welcome children. Now coming to the next stanza, A Tiger in the Zoo by Leslie Norris. Now you can see, but he is locked in a concrete cell. So we are talking about the tiger in the zoo, which is caged, which is restricted and which cannot show its power. Right? Before, in the other stanzas, we were talking about the tiger which was free to move about, do whatever he liked. Right? So here, but he is locked in a concrete cell. Now what is concrete? Everybody knows that it's a mixture of gravel and cement where you can build houses. It's used to build houses. So here, concrete wall, that means thick wall, strong wall. Okay. His strength behind bars. Now the tiger cannot show its strength. Why it cannot show its strength? Because it is restricted to a small room-like thing. Okay, it's a cage. It is caged, so it cannot show its power. So here his strength behind bars. Stalking the length of his cage. Stalking, just moving about. See. In a small room, how much can you move? How many steps can you take? So here, stalking the length of his cage. He is just moving about in the cage. Unable to show his power. He is very angry from inside. Unable to do anything. Right? Ignoring visitors. Now everybody knows going to the zoo, having a look at the tiger. Right? So in that way, he is confined to the cage. Ignoring, he doesn't want any visitors on him. If he was just outside, he would have shown his power by snarling at them or pouncing upon them. Right? In that manner we can say. Now he is totally ignoring. He is not at all looking at the visitors. Because he is not interested. He is only thinking maybe about his freedom. That is the main thing in this stanza. Now already I have told you the literary devices. Personification, he. See, you can see. Personification, his. That means giving it a human quality. Okay. And then imagination. That is imagery. Where you can see him in your mind. You can create a scene. Seeing him moving about in the cell. Right. You can easily understand the tiger moving about in his cell. Ignoring visitors, not at all looking at them, looking somewhere else. Busy in his own world. Right? Stalking, moving about. Fine. So here we are having imagery, personification. And then if you see, we have consonants also. Consonants behind bars. Now see, when two consecutive words are coming together and their first word is giving the same consonant, then it is known as consonants. So consonants. Start. So when we have two letters coming in the neighboring words, we can say consonants. And also we can say alliteration, because the letters which are present when the letter begins or the word begins with the same letter, right, it is known as alliteration also. Right? And consonants, again, it is the, what we can say is recurrence of the words, whereas which are similar. The letters which are similar, we can say consonants. Some examples I can give you for consonants. See, Mike likes his new bike. Mike likes his new bike. Okay. So now what is the consonants here? What is the consonants here? I have taken these letters. Now which are the common letters here? See, O. I can say I. So, here you can see an example of this. Second example, he stood on the road. He stood on the road. So common letter O. Fine. Now you may be thinking why I am taking vowels. Not only vowels, we can have the consonants. Now let's see the other one. I will call you. So now let us see which letter is being repeated. See? And so such type of words, when they come in the proximity, they are known as consonants. Now alliteration, I have told you before also, the first letters of the words, neighboring words can be said to be alliteration. So don't get confused between alliteration and consonants. Now the same thing goes to assonance. If I take the example, assonance, where only vowel sounding words I can say. So same example I can give. I is a vowel, O is a vowel, and only vowel sounding words which are repeated letters in the sentence. So vowel sounding letters. Here, I, Mike likes his new bike. So I, he stood on the road. Fine. In that way. One more example I can give you is with his brilliant eyes. So now next, in that way we can say, when we come to the next stanza, we can give you that. And he heard me. He heard me. Now which letter, which vowel I can say is being repeated? So here you can see E. So this is nothing but assonance. Consonants, assonance, alliteration. So don't get confused between these. Okay, alliteration is the first letter which has to be in the next neighboring or coming in the proximity, the sentence or the word. Okay, and consonants, it can be consonant sounding words, letters. Fine. Next, now coming to the next stanza. He hears the last voice at night. Now what is this? He hears the last voice at night. Again, who is he? Our tiger. He is going to hear the last sound at night, because already the visitors have left, right? And now he is in his cage. He's got time for himself. And what is he listening? What is he hearing? The patrolling cars. Now, last sound during the night, the patrolling cars. Now, why the patrolling cars? Because everybody knows patrolling is for security. Security of that area or security of that place. Fine. So, the cars are moving about for the security of the people or maybe the animals. Because we have heard in recent news that there is poaching, right? So in that way, people are killing animals for their greediness. Okay, the patrolling cars and stays with his brilliant eyes. So his brilliant eyes. Why do you think his brilliant eyes here? Brilliant means bright eyes. Brilliant is having many meanings. Everybody knows brilliant means very clever, but here brilliant eyes means bright eyes. His eyes are bright and he is only staring, right? What is he staring at? At the brilliant stars. So he is staring at the brilliant or beautiful stars, bright stars, and he is very lonely. He is thinking about his freedom. He doesn't want anybody there. He wants his freedom. He wants to be back in the jungle. So children, if you have seen the tiger or the animals which are caged, which need to be in their own habitat, but we are very selfish. We can say human beings are very selfish, where we are capturing them and putting them in a cage. We are captivating them and not allowing them to have their freedom. So children, this is what our poet Leslie Norris wants to give a message to the society, that don't capture any animal, let them be free, because freedom is our birthright. Thank you children. Be healthy. See children, this is the tiger which is in its cage at night, gazing at the stars, very lonely, very depressed, and trying to think about his life, the free life in the jungle, and feels that he should be free and to show his power. Right? Now he feels that seriously humans are very selfish and they have put him in this cage, restricted his freedom. Now when you see the patrolling cars, only the siren is to be heard and he cannot see the cars. He only watches the stars in the sky and thinks about his life, his pathetic condition and his plight. So children, animals should not be in cages. They should be free in their own habitat. Okay children, eat healthy, stay safe.